I swear, when it rains, it pours. When it comes to Chicago Bulls fans, you know, it's like married with children. Well, they from Chicago, right? It's like married with children. This bitch, man. So, shout out to the brothers. Already talked about this, but we've already had so many players out anyway, testing this season to an extent. I mean, I think the Bulls are going to the playoffs, but this could seriously affect our seeding. Right when we are in the precipice of being in a fight for the position for first seed in the Eastern Conference, which nobody would have expected going into the season. So we already got all these players out. DeMar DeRozan recently. Now the team's best player, or at least statistically the best player. Even though you could argue that their best player has been DeMar DeRozan, but Zach Lavine, their franchise player, has tested positive and be out due to health and safety protocols because of some fucking outbreak that's happening right now within the team. So I guess unless there's suspicions that this is a false positive, he can produce, I think it's 2 consecutive or 3 consecutive negative tests, that he'll have to quarantine for 10 days, then produce 2 negative tests so essentially he'll be out for about 2 weeks. We don't fucking need that, man. And there's so many players that are out right now. You have to wonder if they got to start signing guys from the G League or something. How many guys are out right now? Like, I think Kobe White is coming back, but it has to be like at least 5 guys altogether that are out because of this. So I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. The Bulls fans can't catch we can't catch a break, man. You know. Only silver lining I'll say is that I'd rather this happen now than the playoffs. I'd rather this happen now than in the playoffs when we really need these guys. And see, this is one of the things I'm concerned about. This is one of the things I'm concerned about in the playoffs. What if this happens? What if this happens during the playoffs when you already have to worry about injuries, right? And God knows from listening to Nets fans, the injuries gonna play a part. You know what I'm saying? Never mind the fact that the Bucks were able to win 2 games without Giannis against the Atlanta Hawks. That gets forgotten. You know what I'm saying? That gets forgotten in the annals of history. But Nets fans always whining about two fucking things: the injuries to fucking Kyrie, who now they seem to hate, and his and Durant's towing line. You always hear them whining about them fucking. Oh, but it was told. But anyway, that's something I'm concerned about right there, man. Is in the playoffs, your team is going up against another team, and y'all evenly matched, and then all of a sudden, going into that series, there's an outbreak, and then your 2 best players can't play, and then your team loses. Um, I mean, that's something different, man. Like, that's a whole different thing than an injury, which is something that's a natural part of the game. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but injuries are part of the game. They happen. Um, yes, it's unfair. Yes, when you root for a team, in your head you're saying, man, if we just fucking had this guy, we'd have beat their ass. Yeah, but it happens. So you have to accept it. But this is something new. Uh, and at the end of the day, it seems like all of the team's best players are getting hurt. Not hurt, excuse me, are coming down with this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like I said before, I'd rather it happen now than again, but there's no guarantee there's not going to be another outbreak. And I have to say this. It's very ironic, that the guy that they kept getting on for not taking the concoction, Kyrie Irving, seems to be the only guy that hasn't gotten it. You know, all these players who have been who've taken a concoction and they're getting sick. But then again, you gotta look at it like this. These players are going all around, traveling, running into people, interacting with different people. So they're gonna be at a higher risk of getting that thing. So that has to be taken into account as well. But tell me what you guys think.